I know of nobody who reads more daily to stay in touch with what's going on, what's going to happen than you do. You came across a letter that you want to share.
It was actually something that was put out by a longtime friend of mine, Dan Harkey. So Dan signs his educator in private money and lending consultant. Dan's out of Orange County. His wife is a former senator and a former assemblyman. I've known Dan for 30 years. A hard money lender, works really hard. It's done very, very well, very, very opinionated, incredibly smart. He really loves writing. And he sent me this piece, and I'm going to plagiarize it. So I'm going to read it and give him credit. I'm going to send him the video and see if he likes how I did on it. If I did, then I'm going to put it out on LinkedIn. But he titles it, "I had a horrible dream on election night. Then I woke up with exuberant delight," by Dan Harkey. Summary: I dreamed the U.S. was about to move forward when a president from the old guard political establishment who would bring an accelerated progressive ideology, more of the same. Thankfully, I woke up with a profound sense of relief and hope, realizing that the vast silent majority of the ordinary people finally spoke, and spoke hard, bringing a great wave of optimism for the future. They summarily voted against the crazies, elite wokeness, DEI, ESG, deep state entrenchment, manipulation by mainstream and social media, affirming their belief that a new leader would give some of the power back to the people. Environmental, social, and governance weaponized cultural wars are dead. The coffin has been nailed shut, and the same goes for diversity, equity, inclusion, the same for the clean air and climate change scams. The new leader, who I believe shares the value that hard work begets benefits and the better quality of life rather than the entitlements claiming for nothing, is committed to restoring the traditional American values of self-reliance and personal responsibility. This leader represents a decisive shift away from what I see as a culture of entitlement and towards a culture of individual accountability. It's a bold rejection of past ideologies in favor of new political direction. There will be some fragmented residual struggles between the old guard oppressors and oppressed using outdated blood-drenched techniques, all of political expediency and outcome, but the fraudulent paradigm has been thrown out the window. The ordinary people have voted to move on. Fortunately, there's a new sheriff in town. Article: the people want government policies to help their efforts build towards a better life rather than keeping them isolated in a tiny bubble and dictate their every movement. Public thinking has shifted away from the identity politics of race, ethnicity, gender entitlements, and the vilification of those who attain success through hard work. The days of inciting hatred, profound contempt, and severe ridicule towards the non-compliant and non-submissive are gone. Let me make a few observations about empowering changes that come with casting out socialistic progressives. These changes will occur exceptionally quickly, reshaping our political landscape for the entire generation. Coming very soon: number one, restore the family and individual as a sovereign over the government. 2, restore religious preferences without intrusions from the outside. 3, restore the first free speech and Second Amendment's right to bear arms. 4, restore the concept of hope that better days are coming. 5, restore dignity and respect from the countries around the world. 6, restore the U.S. and military earned respect from economic competitors and geopolitical countries worldwide. 7, restore the idea that we can remain safe and secure in our own state and town without intrusive thousands and millions of foreigners coming in illegally with their hands out for welfare and free stuff. 8, restore the idea of rational and critical thinking as part of the independent thought and analysis and in return to the freedom of thought we cherish. 9, restore our natural resources, including oil, natural gas, and coal. 10, restore pay-as-you-go, eliminate infinite spending by cutting useless bureaucracies and projects. 11, immediately tackle 4 major social problems: crime, drugs, illegal immigration, and decaying national infrastructure. This will bring a sense of security and stability to the nation. Gone very soon will be the following: no more males using women's bathrooms and shower facilities demanding to compete in women's sports. 2, no more allowing the state to act as a god and surgically or chemically modifying children's bodies as pawns of the system. 3, no more open-door policy for tens of millions of illegals, including gang members and the mentally ill, to enter and take advantage of the U.S. welfare system and exploit the institutions, including medical, police, education, and public safety. 4, eliminate useless bureaucracies that get minimal or no results No more leftists solving problems with bigger government contain millions of additional labor union bureaucrats, more restrictive and punitive regulations, higher taxes, a soak the rich philosophy, and driving the obedient and compliant population of financial serfdom. Next one, no more entitlement, submission to the state dependency, abject censorship, and desperation have all become the norm. No more government high-tech companies, technocrats, installing surveillance cameras, listening devices, and data extraction from computers and emails. No more thoughts that they will fully record and observe our actions, movements, and communications. Data analytics and algorithms will not be used to define our profile for social scoring. Next one, no more forced compliance using honey badger investigations with draconian punitive measures, including financial and life disruptions of happiness. No more paying for all the progressives' promises like universal health care, free college education, the Green New Deal, which require additional issuance of U.S. debt instruments to correspond to the financial promises. No more looking forward to debt rising by $10 trillion over the next 24 months, the corresponding result with the erosion of the purchasing power of the dollar, otherwise known as inflation. No more being forced to wear an inappropriate mask symbolizes obedience and submission. Yes, wearing a patriotic muzzle is the badge of honor in the elitist club. H.L. Mencken said best, people deserve the government that they get. The people have spoken. The U.S. is restoring language, borders, family, the rule of law, individual accountability and sovereignty, self-sufficiency, and property rights. Thank you. This is written by Dan Harkey, who's an educator, private money lending consultant. Terry, if you would add this to the bottom of this, his phone number is 949-533-8315, and his email is dan@danharkey.com, and then the visit. So I'm going to give this to you. You can post this at the bottom. Dan, I want to tell you, I'm proud of our friendship. I'm proud of the fact that you can stand but doing what you're doing. I think that what we've seen the last 2 weeks, so today is the 18th of November of the year 2024. We're 13 days from when we had our election. I love the majority of the cabinet that President Trump has put together. The thing I'm really looking forward to is to see what Musk and Ramaswamy do. I think if people, I think, Terry, if we can get our arms around the wastefulness of Washington, that hopefully we'll find 30 or so governors that say, you know what, let's do the same thing at government, and then maybe we start doing it at the state level, the county level, and the city level. I think we spend so much on government that we just don't need anymore, and it's so wasteful. And I'm glad to see that these two men are going to take, I mean, they're not going to earn any money doing it. They're going to have some people mad at them. And, you know, the people that are mad, you know what, get over it. So thanks very much, Terry. I appreciate it. Again, my name is Joseph Brady. I'm with the Bradco Companies in Victorville, California, and I'm proud that Dan Harkey is my friend.